Hi, I'm Allie with PotomacBeads.com, and I want to introduce to you a new series of YouTube videos that are going to be short episodes designed to make you a better beader. These are going to answer essential questions and tips and techniques that you should know to improve your skills. If you have any questions or want to see anything in particular, feel free to comment below and let me know exactly what you want to see to make you a better beader. So the idea of these Better Beader videos is to help you and educate you to make informed decisions when you're making purchases or doing designs or following patterns. There are so many options out there when it comes to multi-hold beads and two-hold beads, and requiring to have certain beads for certain projects sometimes is not really realistic. You're not going to run out and grab 20,000 different types of beads like we have here in the store in order to do every single pattern. Also, it's nice to do a variety. You may have super duos on hand, you may have bars on hand or bricks on hand, and you want to see if those are interchangeable. As I do these Better Beader series, I want to be as inclusive as possible, which is why I'm breaking this down into just that rectangular/square shape. We've got tons of options and there's tons of designs. Again, remember at the YouTube channel, you can search based on the different beads and kind of work your way into that. For this Better Beader episode, I'm going to be going over the rectangle shape. When I say rectangle, that's going to be a loose kind of definition for some of these shapes. I'm thinking of a two-hold bead, or even in some cases it might be a three-hold bead like the bar bead, but I'm looking at beads that can be used when a pattern calls for, say, super duos. Which beads can be used in place of that? Most of these beads here, the holes are going to sit about the same location. That's going to be ideal for the interchangeability of the beads. I have a design here that I actually just recorded, calling this the Laguna necklace, that shows that in some cases, any bead can be worked in to replace in that same design. This is an EOS bead here. Right here is the EOS bead on my little string here. The EOS bead in any number of this design could have been used for any of the beads featured below. I'm going to start with the smallest and kind of work my way to the biggest. For the smallest bead, I actually have the quarter tila. The quarter tila is about a quarter the size of a regular tila. The quarter tila, the half tila, and the tila bead all are going to sit with holes a little bit closer together because they're Japanese manufactured versus the Czech manufactured, which those holes sit pretty much the exact same location because there's not a ton of variety in the other shapes. Keep in mind that when you're doing patterns that call for this nice rectangular shape, like a bar bead or a super duo, sometimes you can interchange a tila. I could have actually interchanged a half tila right along here in the middle and not seen much of a difference as it turns to its size. Obviously, there are going to be some patterns which are very, very shape specific. Others work in a round or work in a peyote style or a herringbone style, and any number of these rectangular beads could be used. I'm going to start after talking about these tila beads. We're going to go into kind of this nice similar shape of that bar. So going in from the tilas here, again, keep in mind you could use 2 of the quarter tilas to equal a half, 2 half tilas to equal a full tila, and you can even actually use sometimes the tilas in place of the Czech tiles. You can see the difference in size and how that might vary based on the pattern. Going into then this nice bar shape, we have the bars, which the bar bead is a standard bead that is 2 holes, and this one here is a checkmate bar. Closest to the bar in shape and size is actually going to be the infinity bead. The infinity bead looks like the bar bead, but instead it has almost 2 little indentations. So it almost looks like you have 2 rondelles that are stuck together. It's going to give a little bit more texture, but the holes sit identical in place. The size is the same, 2 by 6 millimeter. These are an excellent replacement for the actual bar beads. I also threw on here the super duos right here in the middle, as well as the 2-hole diamond, the checkmate 2-hole diamond, and the 2-hole lentil. They're going to be about the same thickness in the rectangular shape as the bar. However, they do have a variance in shape. So if your pattern is calling for it to sit so that you see the top of the actual bead, you can replace those for that 2-hole triangle, which I have strung here. You may even be able to replace for the super duo. In some instances, you can even use that 2-hole lentil, which is going to be a lot more rounded on the edge. But again, looking from that infinity down to the 2-hole lentil, they're going to be about the same thickness. Their holes sit about the same distance apart. So there's going to be many patterns that you can use these 6 styles, or 5 styles of beads rather, interchangeably. Going a little bit larger then, we have the brick. So the brick is a little bit smaller than double the bar. If you have a pattern that calls for a brick bead, you can easily use an EOS bead or a ruler bead. You can see there is very, very slight difference between these 3 beads. These are the 3 closest beads in my series here that we're talking about as we work with these rectangles. You have the ruler, the brick, and the EOS bead. I use the EOS in this design here, but you can see I could have changed for any one of those, and that 2-hole shape would have been almost identical. The EOS bead is slightly smaller than the brick is going to be. It's going to be more about 1.5 the thickness of the bar bead. A bar bead, when you put 2 together, is a little bit thicker than the brick. The brick and the ruler are going to be almost identical inside. The ruler has a rounded barrel shape, whereas the brick has, again, that squared brick shape. That's why it's called that. These 3 beads here, almost any pattern that calls for them, you can use them interchangeably. This is nice to know which beads kind of create which patterns and which can be used interchangeably, because there's not a full color range and option in all of them. You may look at something and say, I really want that turquoise or that Persian color. It may not be available since they're manufactured by different factories and different manufacturers in one bead, and you could substitute for another. Again, the EOS, the ruler, and the brick bead are going to be very, very similar. When a pattern calls for this rectangular shape, whether or not it's laying on its side or it's sitting straight up, many of these rectangular shaped beads are going to be interchangeable. Some patterns may even call for the square. Going back to the tila bead, it's going to be about double the half tila. And if you look at the thickness and break it down, it's actually about the thickness of 2 of the bars, which are the same thickness as 2 of the half tilas. However, again, keep in mind that the holes on the tila beads are going to be closer than that of the bar. When you're looking at the bricks then, 2 bricks or 3 of your bars will equal the tile. So when you're looking at a tile bead, which is going to be a 6mm check bead that has 2 holes, you can usually use multiples to add together to equal that nice tile. So keep in mind, for the design, the kind of duet design has become nice and has looked nice. You can usually use multiples of another bead to group together to get that tile shape. Cut the tile in half and you get that bar shape or the rectangular shape that we're talking about. Again, many of these are going to be interchangeable in many designs. Don't limit yourself to one shape for each design that you have. If you purchase a pattern that calls for super duos, go ahead and try it with the bar beads or the 2-hole diamonds. So try them out with the different beads. That'll give you a different sense of them. Keep in mind, you want to look at the thickness and the distance of the holes. That's generally going to tell you how likely it is that you can switch one bead out for another bead. Again, we don't expect you to purchase every single bead along the strand here. I actually didn't even put on here some of the others, the Super 8s and the SO beads and the mini duos. I could keep extending this whole chain and this whole row, but I wanted to get that rectangular shape touched on today and show you how you can interchange some of those rectangles to get some of the different shapes in the designs. Again, I want to bring you these Better Beader videos to make you aware of all of these different facets of the design, the creation, the production, the suppliers, so that way you can make informed decisions, make better jewelry, and create something that you're really, really proud of. So take a gamble, take a chance, look at which beads you already have, patterns that you may have that call for other ones, and try to change them out. That's the fun of all of this, is that you get to explore, you get to try, and somebody may have already figured out a pattern for you with a different design in a different bead. Try it out in the other bead and make it your own as well. As always, if you would like to, you can give me a little thumbs up for this video. Mention what you would like to see in these Better Beader videos in the comments below, or questions that you have in addition to the things that I've gone over. Our next Better Beader series will touch on some of the other shapes, and we'll get some other ones as well on some threads and needles and other essential things that you should know. These are the things that you must know to make yourself better at the craft, which should be the goal of anyone in anything you're doing in life, that you want to be the best that you can be. I really enjoy teaching you guys this, keeping you up to date. So if you want to subscribe to this YouTube channel, you'll get regular updates on the different things like these Better Beader episodes, on different patterns that we create, and really what's going on in the bead world. As always, if you need any of the materials for these projects or for the information that I'm talking about, below the video we put links that you can purchase from us online at potomacbeads.com and potomacbeads.eu. Keep tuned each week for a new Better Beader episode, which is just a nice brief description that goes into as much detail as possible in that short amount of time of things that you should know to make you a better beader.